What if history's greatest lost city wasn't just a myth? What if Atlantis was real? The first detailed account of Atlantis came from the Greek philosopher Plato, over 2,300 years ago. Plato described Atlantis as a rich and powerful island, far beyond the Pillars of Hercules. Its kings ruled one of the richest civilizations the ancient world had ever imagined. At the heart of Atlantis stood a magnificent temple dedicated to Poseidon, the island's legendary protector. Its legendary navy controlled distant seas, making Atlantis one of the most powerful empires of the ancient world. Trade made Atlantis unimaginably wealthy. Rare treasures from distant lands filled its markets. Atlantean craftsmen were legendary. Their metals, armor, and mysterious orichalcum became symbols of unmatched wealth and skill. Atlantis wasn't rich alone. Its disciplined army made the empire feared across the known world. From this royal council, Atlantis expanded its influence across distant lands and seas. Luxury became a way of life. The wealth of Atlantis seemed endless. Behind its power was a thriving society, where prosperity touched nearly every corner of daily life. At its peak, Atlantis celebrated its greatness with festivals unlike anything the ancient world had ever seen. As Atlantis grew richer, its celebrations became grander, and its confidence knew no limits. But as their fortune grew, many rulers began to worship wealth more than wisdom. Soon, Atlantis looked beyond its own shores. Its armies and fleets expanded the empire across distant lands. Kingdom after kingdom submitted. Their rulers paid tribute, and Atlantis grew even richer with every victory. Victory after victory changed Atlantis. Pride slowly replaced wisdom, and no one believed their empire could ever fall. As wealth multiplied, corruption quietly entered the heart of Atlantis. Power was no longer earned, it was bought. Greed spread beyond the palace. Across Atlantis, wealth became the measure of success, and compassion slowly faded into the background.
The high priests warned that greed and arrogance had angered the gods. But few were willing to listen.
Rulers of Atlantis, blinded by their own success, refused to believe their golden age could ever end. The warnings were ignored, but nature had already begun to speak. The first signs of Atlantis's downfall were impossible to hide. The earth began to shake, and Atlantis finally felt the power of nature. Fear replaced pride. The city that once ruled the world was now fighting to survive.
Even at the end, Atlantis' rulers struggled to let go of the power and riches he had built.
Your Majesty, then!
The sea struck. The mighty ocean Atlantis had mastered became the force that would destroy it. Within moments, the greatest city on Earth was swallowed by the sea. When the storm ended, Atlantis was gone. Only silence remained where the greatest empire once stood. Whether myth or history, Atlantis became an eternal warning that no empire is greater than nature. Atlantis remained a mystery, a legend, or a forgotten truth. Even today, the search for Atlantis continues, keeping the mystery alive. A story born thousands of years ago still echoes across the world today. If you enjoyed this journey into history, like and subscribe for more mysteries from the past.